Do subscribe Learn Nepal for more videos. Dear friend, Namaste. Today I come with a video related to Unit 9. It's part 2 and we are dealing indirect questions. So here we are changing direct questions into indirect questions. Let's know how to change direct question into indirect questions. In your examination, you may be asked a questions like change the following questions into indirect questions. Begin with the words given. Means we are changing direct question here into indirect questions. For example, what time did you wake up this morning? You have to begin with can you remember? Similarly, how much do color televisions cost these days? Have you any idea? What time does the film start? I wonder, was he alone? Did you notice? So in this way, in your examination, you may be asked a questions to change some questions into indirect questions. Let's know how to change such questions into indirect questions. So to make indirect question, we first use indirect expression, and using such indirect expression, we can ask indirect questions like do you know, do you notice, can you remember, have you any idea, did you notice, I wonder, I want to know, I am longing to know. For example, you can ask indirect questions like do you know when they are getting married, have you any idea if I locked the door, I wonder when he came back. It means we have to begin our indirect questions with such indirect expression, which is very important one. Let's know the rule of changing direct questions into indirect questions. So direct questions may be of two types, either WH question or S/No question. So let's first know how to change WH direct questions into indirect questions. So in WH questions, either there would be WH word, then auxiliary verb or modal verb like is, am, are, was, were, have, has, or can, would, shall, will, and subject. Or the questions will be WH word and then do, does, or did, and then subject and V1. So see here it is a direct question because before subject we are using either auxiliary verb or modal verb, or before subject we are using do, does, or did. So this is known as direct question. So now let's change this direct question into indirect questions. And you know, while changing direct questions into indirect questions, we first use indirect expression. Here in short I use IE, and then we have to use WH word, the same WH word which is given in our questions, and then here we are making indirect question, therefore first we have to use subject, and then we have to use auxiliary verb or modal verb which is given in the questions. Or if WH word, auxiliary verb or modal verb or subject is there in the questions, we have to use indirect expression and then the same WH word, and we have to use first subject after WH word and then auxiliary verb, the same auxiliary verb. Or the question would be WH word, do, does, or did, subject, and then V1. So if there is no auxiliary verb and only do, does, or did, how to change it? Let's see. First, yes, we know we have to use indirect expression and then we have to use same WH word, and you know we are making indirect question, therefore first we have to use subject and then we have to use verb here because here is do, does, or did. If there is do, you have to, you can say, use V1, same V1 given there in the questions, and if there is does, you have to change V1 into V5, and if there is did, you have to change verb into past or V2. Or if there is do, change it into V1. If there is does, change the main verb into V5, and if there is did, change the main verb into V2. If in present, change in present. If in past, make it past. For example, let's see, when are they getting married? Let's see, the questions begins with when, so let's use any indirect expression. For example, do you know? And after this we use WH word which is there in our question, same WH, when. Do you know when? So see here, it is are they, therefore it is a direct question. Now we are changing it into indirect one. Instead of are they, we are simply saying they are. We are using subject first, they, and then the same auxiliary are. Are they? They are. Very simple. They are. So do you know when they are getting married? And question mark, because our expression begins with do, so we use question mark. Similarly, when did he buy that car? Let's see, begin with indirect expression. For example, have you any idea? Same WH word, when. So first we use subject he, yes he, and here is did. So we are not using the did, we are omitting it, yes, changing the main verb into V2. Here is did, therefore we have to use bought. V2 form of buy is bought. He bought that car. Yes, have you any idea when he bought that car? We used bird because here is did, therefore we change buy into bought. Where does she live? So begin with expression I want to know. Yes, use same WH word where and subject she, and here is does, therefore we have to make it V5, lives. So I want to know where she lives. No questions mark here because our expression it begins with I want to know. It is not a question, so no questions mark. So let's know how to change yes no questions into indirect questions. The rule is the same. Yes, only the difference is instead of WH word, here we are connecting sentence and expression with if or whether, because the given question is yes no questions. For example, if in the questions there is auxiliary verb, modal verb plus subject, let's change it using first expression, and then because it is auxiliary verb, therefore connect it with if or whether, and then as previously first we use subject and then we use the same auxiliary verb or modal verb. And if there is do, does or did and subject and V1, first we use expression. This is yes no question, therefore we connect it with if or whether, and then we use subject, and if there is do we use V1, if there is does we use V5, and if there is did we use V2. If present we use according to subject V1 or V5, and if past we use V2. So for example, see, are they getting married? Yes, this is not a WH question, this is yes no questions that begins with auxiliary verb. So let's see, first use the expression do you know. This is yes no question, therefore we have to connect it with if or whether. Yes, if or whether, and then first we use subject. If you say are they, it becomes direct questions. So if you say they are, it would not be a direct questions. You should not use inversion in indirect questions. So first use subject they, the same auxiliary verb are getting married. Do you know if they are getting married? Similarly, did he buy that car? Yes, begin with indirect expression. Have you any idea? Yes no question, therefore connect it with if or whether, then put subject, given subject he, and here is did, therefore we have to make it past. Our sentence is past. Here buy, so change it into V2, bought. He bought that car. Have you any idea whether he bought that car? Similarly, does she play cricket? So see here, use expression I wonder. For example, this is just no question, we are connecting it with if or whether, and then first subject she, and here is does, Therefore, we are changing the main verb into V. 5. Plays. Play, plays. Yes, cricket. I wonder if or whether she plays cricket. So now let's solve some of the questions of 9.3. Change the following questions into indirect questions. Begin with the words given. Okay. What time did you wake up this morning? Can you remember? So we have to begin with the given expression, can you remember? Okay, let's do. Can you remember? The given question is WH questions. Therefore, we are connecting with the same WH. What time? First, we are using subject, and here subject is you, and here did. So you know, if here is did, we change the main verb into V2. So here is wake. So V2 form of wake is walk. You walk. So can you remember what time you woke up this morning? How much do color television cost these days? Have you any idea? Okay, let's do. Have you any idea? WH question. So same WH word. How much? Subject is color television. Color television. Here is do. Therefore V1 cost these days. What time does the film start? I wonder. So see, I wonder, WH question, same WH word. What time? Our subject is the film, So here is does, therefore we have to use V5, starts. No questions mark because our expression begins with I wonder. Similarly, was he alone? Did you notice? Okay, did you notice? This is yes no question, therefore if or whether. If, our subject he, and the same auxiliary verb was alone. Did you notice if he was alone? Similarly, when are they getting married? I'm longing to know. So I'm longing to know. WH questions. When, subject first, they, same auxiliary verb, are getting married. Are they? But in indirect, they are. Did I lock the front door? Do you remember? Okay. Do you remember? Whether or if, then first subject I, here is did, therefore we have to use B2, locked the front door. Do you remember whether I locked the front door? Has the train left? Have you any idea? Okay, this is yes no question. Have you any idea if, subject the train, same auxiliary verb, has left? Have you any idea if the train has left? What color curtain did they buy? Do you know? Let's see. Do you know? WH question, therefore same WH word. What color curtain? Subject they, and here is did, therefore bought. Do you know what color curtain they bought? When did you come back? I wonder. Okay, I wonder, this is WH question, therefore same WH word. When, subject you, here is did, therefore came. You came back. I wonder when you came back. Does that mobile phone cost high? Do you know? Yes, this is yes no questions, therefore we are connecting with if or whether. So begin with expression. Do you know if, subject that mobile phone, and here is does, therefore we have to use V5, costs high. Do you know if that mobile phone costs high? Do subscribe to get more videos.